I've been reading the Sonic IDW comics, and I gotta tell you, it's good. When entering to the series, I came in with sort of meh expectations, but was surprised by how well written the story and characters have been so far. So in this video, I'll be giving a very chilled general review of the comic, and I'll try to keep spoilers to a minimum, because I totally recommend you guys check out the series for yourselves. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Right off the bat, I really like the art. Everything is bright and colorful and does a great job capturing the kinetic energy needed for a Sonic story. The action scenes portrayed in the panels are very animated and feel like they were stripped right from the games. I liked how in each issue, different artists would give their own subtle yet different take on portraying Sonic and the gang, while still remaining true to their core designs. The world Sonic inhabits feels alive. It may be obvious, but I think that should be a key component when building any fantasy world. It should look and feel like people live there and have lives outside of the main character's storyline. This is what the IDW comics accomplished. The world feels lived in. It exists in its own continuity, but draws from previous Sonic games and rewards fans by showing how the previous games continue to impact the world and its characters. Without giving too much away, I'm loving the story so far. It's kind of a miracle that it's this good, and that's all thanks to the talented work of Evan Stanley and Ian Flynn. Just in case you didn't know, the beginning of the comic takes place right after the fallout of the Sonic Forces video game. I mean fallout in a literal and figurative sense. Sonic Forces was a game where Sonic and the gang were fighting a war against Eggman and his army. The IDW comic deals with the fallout of this war and follows our heroes trying to repair a broken world. So that's how the writers dealt with Sonic Forces literally. In the figurative sense, Sonic Forces is agreed upon by many fans as an awful game with an even worse story. So the writers had their work cut out for them to try to fix this broken reputation. And by some miracle, they did it. I'm telling you guys, if I were to create a story for my ideal Sonic game, this would be it. When reading the comic, it felt like the writers went into my brain and turned my dreams into reality. The comic strikes a good balance of tone by respecting the problems our heroes find themselves in, while also not abandoning the levity that's needed in a Sonic story. The comics are a testament of Flynn and Stanley's skill and genuine love for the characters. I guess this goes to show that one man's trash is another man's well-adapted comic book story. That's my joke. Now, in my opinion, the best part of the comic series are its characters. Sonic and the rest of the crew feel real. They aren't just flat, one-note caricatures, but actual persons. The comic introduces us to one of the best interpretations of Sonic's character. He embodies everything Sonic should be: confident, spunky, fast, but also caring and heroic. Besides our titular hero, the rest of the cast are also written with depth and nuance. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I think this version of Amy may be the best I've ever seen. She's a leader and is essential to the story. She has her own goals and ambitions that have nothing to do with Sonic, and it's great. Tails also gets the all-star treatment and is the complete opposite of his depiction in Sonic Forces.
Is everyone okay?
We are thanks to you. We are thanks to you. We are thanks to you.
In the game, he was portrayed as useless and dependent on Sonic, but in the comic, we see a Tails that takes matters into his own hands. We're able to see how he uses his gifts to help save the day, and this applies to all the characters. As powerful as Sonic is, he can't do everything. He needs his friends. And the comic does an amazing job showing the strengths and weaknesses of his allies. We see how important relationships are to them. There's an acknowledged history with all these characters, and that influences how they view and interact with each other. We even get storylines where Sonic is nowhere to be found. This gives a chance for characters that have been put to the wayside to shine as heroes in their own stories. We've seen this happen a bit in Sonic Frontiers, but Sega should hire Ian Flynn as a lead writer or some sort of creative director for a new series of Sonic games. Marvel has Kevin Feige, DC has James Gunn, Sega needs Ian Flynn. I just think it would make everyone happy if Sega developed a new series of Sonic games that's more story-driven, and let Ian Flynn have full reign in developing the vision for its world and overarching narrative. He clearly has a love and a deep understanding of Sonic and his world. Sega would print money and gain respect if they took this creative direction. But again, it's Sega, so I've learned to taper my expectations of this ever happening. So yeah, I'm still trying to catch up in the comics, and it's been a really fun read. And I hope my video convinces you to check out the comic for yourself. If you guys have read the comics and have your own thoughts, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to continue the conversation. I also have a Discord server where we can chat about Sonic, the comics, or anything really, and the link to join that will be in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, it helps support the channel. Subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to see more videos like these. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, peace out.